Hey everybody, this is Kevin Flerledge. I'm going to be part of the Tableau Conference 2018 User Group Tip Battle, and we're going to be going up against some superstars. And this is a really fun event where we go back and forth with some tips. We're each given a topic and we kind of work through a bracket form to get down to the end. It is fun. People will be dressing up, and if you can tell by my dashboards, I personally will be dressing like Willy Wonka. And you might get some candy and a few things. Our judges for the event are Sarah Battersby, Sarah Bartlett, and Patrick McCormick. I may be kissing up to them during this, and the fourth judge is going to be the audience. Our hosts, I believe, are Anya Hearn and Jeff Schaefer, and should be a lot of fun. My topic for the first round is Viz in Tooltip, and I'm pre-recording these before the conference so that they can be shared after the conference. Anyhow, let's move on. We got a chart here with a Viz and Tooltip, so I'm going to go to the worksheet right here, and you'll see the Viz and Tooltip. If we want to quickly see which worksheet is feeding this Viz and Tooltip, we can simply go to Tooltip. We see the Tooltip code here. We click in the middle here. We can break the code, and you see it loses its highlighting. You hit OK, and that worksheet pops up right here automatically. All right, I have a scatter plot of sales versus profit drilled down to the category, and I got a Viz and Tooltip. When you hover over it, it just shows the one bar. It doesn't really do us much good, and the reason for that is the Viz and Tooltip is drilling down to category. So if we go to Tooltip here, you'll see at the end there's a filter for all fields, so it's really filtering on category as well. So all we got to do is delete that. Hit OK. If we hover now, what we'll see is a nice comparison of all the different categories on all these different points. All right, I got a dashboard here, and it's very busy. It's hard to really see much, and our map is quite small. What we can do is create a nice zoom in feature on the map to kind of get us more detail, and I'll show you how that works. If we just hover over there, we got a nice zoom in. So how we do that is go to the map worksheet, and we'll duplicate that, and I've done that already. We can drop whatever we want on here. I've just dropped sales on here, or excuse me, on profit. And if we come back to the main worksheet and we include a tooltip, we insert the sheet, the duplicated sheet that I just showed you, and we change the max width and the max height to be very large. Typically this comes in as 300 by 300. I changed it to 1500 and 1000, and that gives us a very large tooltip. So when we come back to the dashboard and we hover, we get that really large tooltip, and it really looks like we're just zooming into the data. So really cool tip. All right, I'm going to talk about dynamic Viz and Tooltips, and I've created a worksheet for Jeff, Anya, and Andy. All right, and what we do here is we go to this worksheet. I've created a tooltip selector parameter. We go in here, it just has just a string, has values of Jeff, Anya, and Andy. All right, and then I've also created a calculated field. And if you look at it, it's just a case statement, and it says when it's Jeff, then we're going to use this tooltip code, and that is the Jeff. You'll see it's the Jeff worksheet. Same with Anya, same with Andy. So when we come to the dashboard, we just make sure that that parameter is being shown, and we pick Jeff, we'll see Jeff Schaefer's tooltip. When we pick Anya, we'll see Anya's tooltip. When we pick Andy, well, Andy eats the wrong candy. He likes those Reese's, not Wonka. We can do a very similar thing with the size of the dashboard. So right here we got a dashboard. We can create a tooltip, a parameter for the tooltip size, and I've just listed a couple different values. As I said before, typically comes in as 300 by 300. I just have some ranging values here. Then I've created a calculated field, much like the one before. Oops, excuse me, that's the wrong one. Tooltip size. Much like the one before, just a case statement. When it's 200, then we're going to have this tooltip. It's all the same worksheet I'm pulling from. Oops, I accidentally hit something there. Let's just come back out. And you'll see that I've just changed the size. 200 by 200, 300 by 300, 400 by 400. And we come in the worksheet. We can hover over here and we see that tooltip's a little too small. But if we change the size a little bit bigger, we got a nice perfect tooltip. So just a dynamic sizing of your tooltip. And that's all I have for tooltips. I'm going to have another one for round number 2.